Yeah, that'll definitely spur on action. That'll make the corporations realize maybe we should back off of this, right? That'll really wake them up. Okay, I haven't talked about global warming on this channel in quite a while, right? Now, I have before. I should say climate change, because it's not just warming, right? We're looking at, skewed weather patterns, the extremes, if you will, right? We're going to see hotter summers, colder winters, weather getting really weird in some places, natural disasters. There's even a really good video I saw. I should know the guy's name, and he's really famous. He does a bunch of, he does crash course videos. That's what they are. And I don't know if it was a crash course video, but it's the same guy. And he did one about global warming. And the thing is, the ocean currents, right, are a thing that exist. With some exceptions, the ocean is not generally still. It moves in currents, right? Now, with global warming, with climate change, you will see a shift in that, because the way that the currents move is because of heat convection, right? Like if I understand correctly, I'm simplifying it way too much right now, but the heat differentials are different in some places. And so that makes things move from one place to the next, and it kind of circles around, right? So with that being thrown off, what could happen is the ocean could become the world's biggest still water lake, right? Now, I don't know if you've ever smelled still water, but holy fuck does it stink, okay? It's bad. And it's not very forgiving to multicellular life in general, okay? Typically, what you'll get is a lot of bacterial life, a lot of microscopic life, if you will. So it would not be great. It would change everything, and not for the good. So we've known about climate change for quite some time. This is news from 110 years ago. All right, August 14th, 1912. Science notes in news: coal consumption affecting climate. The furnaces of the world are now burning about 2 million tons of coal a year. When this is burned, uniting with oxygen, and we all know this, right? We know this shit. But what's funny is people have been denying it ever since we first realized this is happening. All right? We've known for a very, very long time that human activity affects the climate and the weather. Okay? We've known this. People will have you not believe that because that's not good for business. Okay? If energy businesses are killing the world and the environment, that doesn't look too good for them. Generally, they like to avoid that kind of imagery in people's heads, right? Nonetheless, we've known about this for fucking ever. All right? So, we've had plenty of time to do something about this. Now, the easiest solution, of course, is to fund alternative energy projects, reduce the amount of energy expenditure, and try to move away from the fossil fuel industry. The thing is, the people who invest in fossil fuels don't like that very much because that impacts business. They don't like the idea of moving to other forms of energy because they're already so invested in fossil fuels. All right? They're way too invested in fossil fuels, and moving to a different source of energy is too expensive and takes too much time and too many resources. So they don't want that. Thankfully, we have brilliant minds coming up with alternative solutions to this problem, okay? Because it's way too hard to just crack down on corporations and tell them, hey, if you don't quit destroying the planet, we are going to charge you a fuck ton of money and maybe even shut you down, okay? It's too hard for the government to do that. They're too pussy, right? So what have we kind of looked at instead? What are our other options, right? Well, let's take a look. I found a couple. The reason we're doing this section is because I found a couple of posts on Twitter that made me want to vomit my entire GI tract out my mouth, okay? This is the first one. It's from Insider. We're going to owe a kind of thank you to the Earth's scary new colorways and to the evolutionary quirks of our eyes and brains that let us see color in the first place, Jet Jocko writes. What did he write? A weird evolutionary quirk in the human eye could be what saves us from climate change. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Doesn't matter. The content of the article doesn't matter. It says climate change is unleashing an apocalyptic light show. Will the green skies be our red alert, right? Insider goes on to say, we might not be built to attend to every incremental climate change blip, but we're built to notice finally when the planet we evolved to see doesn't exist anymore. That's probably what it will take if anything is going to change, Jet Jocko says. Right? So don't worry. Don't worry. The rising temperatures, the rising ocean levels, the mass extinction events, the warnings that we've gotten from scientists for over 100 years, pointing at charts of very real shifts in the climate, the burnings, like getting sunburn, right? More often for some reason and quite faster for some reason. None of that really did it. But what will do it is, the sky's green today. Interesting, right? Yeah, that'll definitely spur on action. That'll make the corporations realize maybe we should back off of this, right? That'll really wake them up. You see the meteorological study of that one research center in Gabon? No. Scientists have known for a long time that climate change is real. Anyone who pushes the global cooling narrative is full of shit, yeah. So, there's another solution, okay? There's another solution, all right? Here's the next one. Could dimming the sun help turn down global heating? That's awesome. Yeah, let's go put a dimmer switch on the star that heats our planet. You know that thing that's like 1,000,000 times larger than our fucking planet? That's like 1 billion miles away or some shit? That if you get even close to it, you'll just like burn up. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Let's do that. Let's just put a little dimmer switch on it. In all seriousness, what this actually is releasing some kind of fuel, some kind of chemical into the air that's supposed to what is it? What is the term I'm looking for? Dampen the effects of climate change, right? It like blocks rays from the sun, etc. Why? Why do we need that? Why? It might be a good short-term solution since we've sat on our hands for so fucking long. But this is not a permanent fix, guys. WMO projects the planet could warm by 1.5 degrees Celsius in the next 5 years. To tackle this, a climate overshoot commission of 16 experts was launched to look at new tech like sun dimming. God forbid we hire a group of experts to, I don't know, go throw the Minecraft avatars of the fossil fuel industry billionaires into lava, right? That would never work. No, let's hire scientists to figure out how to make the sun less bright. That's awesome. One technology is stratospherical aerosol injection, or SAI. It involves spraying chemicals into the atmosphere to reflect away some of the sun's warmth, like how volcano eruptions darken the sky. Special planes would deploy it, costing a few $1 billion a year. Now, call me crazy, all right? Call me conspiratorial, folks, but I believe I've seen this somewhere before. Where's it at? That's right. That's right. They're doing chemtrails. They're going to do chemtrails. I knew it. I know it. I was telling them from the start they're going to do chemtrails. They've been hiding the flat earth theory from us forever. It's all coming to fruition, and it's because they blocked the election of Donald Trump. You get it? That's where they're going with this. That's where the climate narrative's going with this. It was all leading up to this. The entire climate change narrative. Yeah, no, but in all seriousness, I think that this could be a good short-term solution, but long-term, it would be so much better if politicians could just grow a pair and go tell these guys, hey, maybe stop fucking up the planet, right? Maybe that would be a good thing to do, is just stop doing that, right? Concerns about solar geoengineering include potential shifts in the rainfall patterns that may exacerbate global warming, rapid uncontrollable temperature rise if its use is suddenly stopped, giving climate polluters an unwarranted green light to carry on. Now, yeah, I mean, of course they're going to fucking carry on. They're already doing it. They're already doing it. You might as well just throw this up in the air and see what happens, right? I mean, Hail Mary it. Sure. So this is just still a theory right now, by the way. We don't know if this even works. But don't worry, those are 2 of 7 insane ideas to stop climate change that I just happened to stumble across while building up this segment. And I thought that this was really cool, okay? Ready? So the first one, of course, is carbon capture. We've all heard of that and why it's bullshit. I don't know a whole lot about carbon capture, but from what I understand, it's not the best solution and it's not going to work long term, okay? I'm not going to get too far into that. A sin tax for meat. I mean, the meat industry I know is pretty bad, but I don't think it's like one of the top causes of climate change. Tackling it could be good, but really this is just punishing the consumers. I worry if this were to happen, they would just raise meat prices and then people wouldn't be able to fucking eat, but that's just me. Let's get to the real good shit though. We already went to solar radiation management, the chemtrails. Protecting glaciers with underwater walls. Yes, we are going to build Atlantean walls. The underwater city of Atlantis will now rise to the surface, except not quite to the surface. They will stay underwater, and they will build walls around the glaciers to keep them from drifting out to sea as they melt and come off of the ice caps, right? We are going to build walls, and it definitely will do, it will, well, it should, anyway, let's move on to the next one. Having smaller children. Now, there's an idea, okay? That's a brilliant fucking idea. Now, that's something that I can get on board with, okay? Just have smaller children, idiots. Just like, what, you're having like fucking 12-pound whoppers there? Come on, man. Just lighten up on the fast food. Quit eating that fucking McDonald's while you're pregnant. And have some smaller goddamn children, okay? No larger than 5 pounds. If it's bigger than 5 pounds, we imprison the mothers. That's right. That's right. That's pretty good. I think we're really going somewhere with that one. It's good. Let's keep going. Move over geoengineering. Here comes another human engineering gem from Liao's book, which can be read here. Winning a burger, chomping population off red meat can be difficult, but this is just a fake meat thing. Whatever. I think fake meat could probably help, but not nearly enough, right? What I really like is this last one. Educating girls. Slay queen. Slay queen, that's right. All we need to do is make more female CEOs. That's what we need. Go to school, girls. Giving young girls access to schooling was ranked the 6th out of 100 most effective ways to fight climate change by Project Drawdown last year, and gender equality has its own sustainable development goal. This makes it insane that there are 130 million girls who do not go to school, an obstacle to climate action. Girls who go to school grow up to be women who are more likely than men to recycle, invest responsibly, and prioritize social and environmental issues in the boardroom. Educated women are likely to have fewer children, and researchers have shown that having one fewer child is the most effective way to avoid increasing one's carbon footprint. So, this entire article is either rehashing shit, rehashing the fucking meat and carbon capture, right? We have the chemtrails idea, which was great. We are going to build a wall. We're going to build a wall around the glaciers. It'll be the biggest wall, believe me. We're going to build it. The Antarcticans will pay for it. The penguins will pay for it. We're going to build the wall. It'll be great, believe me. And then we've got, personal responsibility on the fucking women, right? So yeah, that's fantastic. This is the shit that we're sharing around liberal circles, apparently. So that's great. Liz will do anything but be useful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can't say it enough. So that's where we're at, folks. It is much easier to, block out the rays of the sun with chemicals in the air and build Atlantean walls around. I'm going to start turning off alerts for segments. Building Atlantean walls around the fucking, the glaciers. You fucking ruined my train of thought. God damn it. Anyway, you get my point. It's great. All of this is just easier than like talking to, the execs and be like, hey, if you don't maybe stop that, we're gonna make you pay more money, right? Yeah.